Every morning you wake up with a choice. You can either take control of your day with intention, or let the day dictate your actions, emotions, and energy. The truth is, how you start your morning shapes everything that follows. A winning morning leads to a productive day, and a productive day leads to a successful life. Think about the days when you wake up feeling rushed, unmotivated, or already stressed before stepping out of bed. Those days often spiral into chaos, frustration, and missed opportunities. But what if you could flip the script? What if you could wake up with clarity, purpose, and energy, ready to take on anything? Successful people don't leave their mornings to chance. They design them with habits that fuel their mind, body, and spirit. And the good news, you can do the same. Winning the morning isn't about waking up at 5 a.m. or following a rigid routine. It's about creating a system that works for you, one that builds unstoppable momentum for your day and life. Today I'm going to give you the blueprint to winning your mornings. Stay with me for the next few minutes as I reveal powerful strategies to help you wake up with purpose, take control of your mindset, and set the tone for success every single day. Let's dive in. Number 1, wake up with gratitude. Imagine opening your eyes each morning with a deep sense of appreciation, instead of stress or worry. Too often, people wake up already burdened by their to-do lists, financial concerns, or yesterday's mistakes. But what if instead you started your day with gratitude? What if before reaching for your phone, before thinking about your responsibilities, you took a moment to acknowledge the simple fact that you've been given another day? Gratitude is the foundation of a positive and powerful morning. It shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's already abundant in your life. And when you start the day with an attitude of gratitude, you set yourself up for success. Gratitude isn't just about feeling good. It's backed by science. Studies show that people who practice gratitude regularly experience lower stress levels, improved mental health, and increased happiness. When you wake up and take a moment to appreciate even the smallest things, a roof over your head, the warmth of your bed, the opportunity to grow, you are conditioning your mind to seek the positive throughout the day. This isn't about ignoring life's challenges. It's about choosing to start from a place of abundance rather than lack. The way you frame your morning thoughts has a direct impact on your emotions and energy levels for the rest of the day. So how do you incorporate gratitude into your morning routine? The good news is, it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to write pages in a journal, spend hours in meditation. Gratitude can be as simple as taking a deep breath and saying thank you in your heart. Thank you for another chance to improve. Thank you for the people in my life. Thank you for the lessons that have made me stronger. You can also make gratitude a habit by mentally listing 3 things you're grateful for as soon as you wake up. Maybe it's your health, a goal you're working toward, or even the fresh start of a new day. The key is consistency. Train your brain to look for the good, and you'll start seeing more of it everywhere. One of the biggest reasons gratitude is so powerful is because it rewires your brain. When you actively practice gratitude, you strengthen neural pathways associated with positive thinking. Over time, this becomes your default mindset, making you more resilient in the face of challenges. Instead of waking up dreading the day, you wake up with a sense of excitement and motivation. You no longer start the morning in reaction mode. Instead, you take control of your thoughts, emotions, and energy. Make the commitment today. Before you even touch your phone or start your routine, take 1 minute to be grateful. Feel it deeply, breathe it in, and let that energy guide you. A grateful heart is a magnet for success. The more you appreciate what you have, the more you attract things to be grateful for. And when you win your mornings with gratitude, you set yourself up to win the entire day. Number 2. Start with a positive mindset. Every day begins with a choice. Will you let negativity control you, or will you take charge and shape your day with a positive mindset? The thoughts you allow into your mind first thing in the morning have the power to influence your emotions, decisions, and overall productivity. Too many people wake up and immediately start thinking about what could go wrong, the challenges they'll face, or the stress of responsibilities waiting for them. When you start your day in this state, your mind becomes clouded with negativity, making even small tasks feel overwhelming. But what if you could train yourself to wake up with an unshakable mindset? One that sees possibilities instead of problems, opportunities instead of obstacles. The good news is, you can. A positive mindset is not about pretending life is perfect. It's not about ignoring struggles or difficult situations. Instead, it's about making the conscious decision to approach each day with strength, optimism, and resilience. It's about focusing on solutions rather than getting stuck in problems. The truth is, no one is immune to setbacks or bad days. Even the most successful people face hardships. What sets them apart is their ability to reframe situations, shift their perspective, and maintain mental clarity despite external challenges. The way you think determines the way you act, and the way you act determines your results. When you start your day with a positive mindset, you create a chain reaction that leads to better decisions, higher energy levels, and increased confidence in everything you do. One of the most effective ways to cultivate a positive mindset in the morning is by practicing intentional self-talk. Your mind believes whatever you tell it repeatedly. So if you constantly tell yourself that you're tired, unmotivated, or not good enough, those thoughts will become your reality. But if you wake up and affirm that today is a fresh start, that you have the power to make progress, and that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way, your mind starts working in your favor. Simple affirmations like, I am strong, I am focused, and today is filled with opportunities, can shift your entire mood within seconds. The key is not just saying these words, but truly believing them. Another strategy to maintain a positive mindset is visualization. Before getting out of bed, take a few moments to visualize your ideal day. Imagine yourself moving through tasks with confidence, handling challenges with ease, and achieving your goals with determination. This mental rehearsal primes your brain for success, making you more likely to take positive actions throughout the day. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and high achievers use visualization to prepare their minds for victory. So why not do the same? Your morning environment also plays a crucial role in shaping your mindset. If the first thing you do is check your phone and scroll through news or social media, you are allowing external negativity to enter your mind before you even get out of bed. Instead, create a protective space for your thoughts. Listen to motivational content, read something uplifting, or spend a few minutes in silence to clear your mind. The goal is to ensure that the first inputs you receive each morning are positive and empowering, not stressful or draining. It's also important to train your brain to look for the good in every situation. Life is unpredictable, and you won't always wake up feeling your best. But positivity is not about feeling good all the time. It's about choosing to focus on what's within your control. If something goes wrong, instead of spiraling into frustration, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or how can I turn this into an opportunity? When you shift from complaining to problem solving, you strengthen your ability to stay in control of your emotions and actions. Physical movement can also help reinforce a positive mindset. Studies show that even a few minutes of exercise in the morning releases endorphins, the feel-good hormones that boost your mood and energy. Whether it's stretching, a short walk, or a workout, moving your body signals to your mind that you are ready to take on the day. Combined with deep breathing techniques, this practice can help reduce stress and set a calm, focused tone for the hours ahead. One of the most overlooked aspects of a positive mindset is self-compassion. Many people are hard on themselves, carrying the weight of past mistakes and failures. But beating yourself up does not lead to progress. Instead, remind yourself that every day is a new chance to improve. Give yourself permission to start fresh, to move forward without the burden of yesterday's setbacks. Success is not about never falling. It's about getting up with renewed determination every time you do. Finally, understand that developing a positive mindset is a lifelong habit, not a one-time fix. Some mornings will feel effortless, while others will require more effort. The key is consistency. If you commit to starting each day with empowering thoughts, gratitude, and a solution-focused perspective, you will find that over time, positivity becomes your natural state. When you master your mind, you master your life. And that mastery starts the moment you wake up. So tomorrow morning, when your alarm goes off, pause before allowing any negative thoughts to enter. Take a deep breath, remind yourself that you are in control, and choose to start the day with a mindset that moves you forward. Because when you win the battle in your mind, you win the battle in life. Number 3, the power of a purposeful morning. Most people wake up, go through the motions of their morning, and dive into their day without a clear sense of direction. They let their schedule, emails, and external pressures dictate how they feel and what they accomplish. But here's the reality. When you start your morning without purpose, you're setting yourself up to be reactive rather than proactive. Purpose is what gives meaning to your actions. It transforms your morning from a time of mindless routine into a launch pad for success. When you wake up knowing exactly what you want to achieve, why it matters, and how you're going to approach the day, everything changes. You no longer feel like you're just surviving. You're moving forward with intention, and that alone puts you ahead of most people. A purposeful morning isn't about how early you wake up. It's about what you do with the time you have. It's about making sure that your actions align with your goals rather than simply going through the motions. Purpose creates clarity, and clarity eliminates confusion, wasted time, and procrastination. When you wake up with a strong sense of purpose, you're more likely to follow through on your commitments, make better decisions, and stay focused on what truly matters. The problem is, many people don't take the time to define their purpose for the day. They wake up, check their phone, and immediately get caught up in distractions. Their energy is scattered, their focus is weak, and by midday they feel overwhelmed. But what if, instead, you took just a few moments in the morning to center yourself, reflect on your goals, and set a clear intention for the day ahead? To create a purposeful morning, start by asking yourself, what is the most important thing I need to focus on today? This question forces you to prioritize rather than get lost in small, meaningless tasks. It helps you break free from the trap of being busy without being productive. Maybe your purpose today is to make progress on a big project, strengthen a relationship, or improve your health. Whatever it is, defining it gives you a clear target to aim for. Once you have your purpose, the next step is to align your morning actions with it. If your focus is personal growth, start your day by reading or journaling. If your priority is health, commit to a nutritious breakfast and movement. If your purpose is career-related, spend your first hour tackling the most impactful task, rather than responding to emails. Purposeful action beats passive motion every time. Another critical aspect of a purposeful morning is eliminating distractions. If the first thing you do when you wake up is scroll through your phone, you're already allowing external influences to control your focus. Social media, news, and notifications pull you away from your purpose and fill your mind with unnecessary noise. Instead, protect your mornings. Be intentional about what you allow into your mental space. Choose to feed your mind with positive, inspiring content. Listen to something that motivates you. Read something that expands your knowledge. Spend time in silence, thinking about how you want your day to unfold. The more you eliminate distractions, the more room you create for purpose. Another powerful way to solidify a purposeful morning is by planning the night before. Before going to bed, take a few minutes to write down your top 3 priorities for the next day. This simple act ensures that you wake up with clarity rather than scrambling to figure out what needs to be done. It removes decision fatigue and allows you to start the day with confidence. When you wake up and see your priorities already set, you eliminate hesitation. You don't waste time thinking about where to start. You simply take action. Living with purpose doesn't mean every day will be perfect. Some days will feel off, and challenges will arise. But purpose is what keeps you grounded. It gives you a reason to push through obstacles instead of getting discouraged by them. When you wake up with purpose, you become more resilient. You no longer drift through life waiting for motivation to strike. You create your own motivation by knowing exactly why you're doing what you're doing. The key is to make purpose a habit. The more you practice starting your day with clear intention, the more natural it becomes. Over time, you'll notice that you're not just going through life aimlessly, you're building something meaningful. You'll wake up feeling more driven, more focused, and more in control of your time. A purposeful morning leads to a purposeful life. And when you live with purpose, success isn't a distant goal. It becomes the natural result of your daily actions. So tomorrow morning, before you rush into your day, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself what truly matters. Set an intention, define your purpose. Because when you start your morning with clarity and direction, you set yourself up to win, not just the day, but your entire life. Number 4, create a simple morning routine. A great morning doesn't happen by chance, it happens by design. If you wake up every day without a plan, letting the world dictate your mood and your actions, you'll always feel like you're playing catch up. That's why a simple morning routine is one of the most powerful tools you can develop. The goal isn't to pack your morning with dozens of activities, but to create a consistent and effective rhythm that sets the tone for success. A routine provides structure, eliminates unnecessary decisions, and helps you move through your morning with clarity and purpose. The most successful people in the world don't just wake up and hope for a productive day. They create one through intentional habits. The biggest mistake people make when trying to establish a morning routine is overcomplicating it. They try to adopt an extreme schedule, waking up at 4 a.m., squeezing in meditation, a workout, journaling, reading, meal prepping, and goal setting, all before 7 a.m. While all of these are great habits, the reality is that an overloaded routine is not sustainable. When your morning becomes too rigid or overwhelming, you're more likely to give up. The key to long-term success is simplicity. A routine that works for your lifestyle and feels manageable every day. A simple, well-structured morning routine should focus on just a few essential elements. Waking up with intention, taking care of your body, setting your mind up for success, and preparing for the day ahead. To build a morning routine that works, start with your wake-up process. Your first few moments in the morning are crucial. If you wake up and immediately reach for your phone, scrolling through social media or emails, you're allowing external factors to hijack your mindset before you've even had a chance to set your own intentions. Instead, wake up with purpose. Get out of bed as soon as your alarm goes off. Avoid hitting snooze. The longer you delay, the harder it becomes to start your day with energy. Once you're up, drink a glass of water to rehydrate your body and signal to your system that it's time to wake up. These small actions might seem simple, but they create momentum. Next, move your body. This doesn't mean you need to do an intense workout every morning, but some form of movement is essential. Even 5 minutes of stretching, yoga, or a short walk can make a huge difference in how you feel. Movement gets your blood flowing, increases oxygen to your brain, and helps shake off the grogginess of sleep. If exercise is a priority for you, scheduling your workouts in the morning is a great way to ensure consistency. But even if you don't have time for a full workout, just getting your body moving will give you an energy boost and a mental reset. The next part of a successful morning routine is fueling your mind and setting your focus. Your brain is at its freshest in the morning, so take advantage of this time to nourish it with something positive. Instead of jumping into stress and distractions, start with an intentional practice. This could be reading for 10 minutes, listening to an uplifting podcast, or writing down your thoughts in a journal. Some people benefit from meditation, while others prefer reciting affirmations or visualizing their goals. Whatever method works for you, the key is to start your day with clarity and motivation, rather than getting lost in distractions. Another important part of a simple morning routine is setting a plan for the day. If you wake up without knowing what your priorities are, you're more likely to waste time on unimportant tasks. Take just a few minutes to write down your top 3 priorities for the day. These should be the most important things you need to accomplish, things that will move you forward in your goals. When you start your day with a clear direction, you don't waste time wondering where to begin. One of the most underrated aspects of a morning routine is preparation the night before. A smooth morning starts with eliminating unnecessary decisions. Before you go to bed, lay out your clothes, prepare your breakfast ingredients, and organize anything you need for the next day. This simple act reduces morning stress and allows you to focus on execution rather than decision-making. Finally, remember that your morning routine is personal. What works for one person may not work for another, and that's okay. Some people thrive with a structured, time-blocked schedule, while others need a more flexible approach. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. A great morning routine isn't about doing 100 things, it's about doing a few things well every single day. The power of a simple morning routine lies in its ability to create momentum. When you start your day with intentional habits, you naturally make better choices throughout the day. You feel more in control, more confident, and more motivated to take on challenges. A strong morning doesn't guarantee a perfect day, but it does give you the mental, physical, and emotional foundation to handle whatever comes your way. So take control of your mornings, keep it simple, keep it intentional, and most importantly, keep it consistent. When you design your mornings with purpose, you don't just win the morning, you win the entire day. Number 5. Fuel your mind and body. The way you fuel your mind and body in the morning determines the energy, focus, and motivation you'll have for the rest of the day. Many people start their mornings with habits that drain them rather than empower them. Hitting snooze multiple times, skipping breakfast, drinking nothing but coffee, or immediately diving into stress-filled tasks drain your energy. But if you want to win the day, you need to fuel yourself properly, both physically and mentally. Think of your body as an engine and your mind as the driver. Without the right fuel, your performance will suffer and your ability to navigate challenges will weaken. When you start your morning with the right habits, you create a foundation of strength, clarity, and resilience that carries through your entire day. One of the most important physical habits to start your day with is hydration. After several hours of sleep, your body is dehydrated, which can lead to fatigue, brain fog, and low energy. Drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning jump-starts your metabolism, improves digestion, and increases mental alertness. Even mild dehydration can reduce cognitive function and make it harder to concentrate. So before reaching for coffee or food, hydrate your body. Adding lemon to your can provide a boost of vitamin C, aid digestion, and refresh your system. Hydration might seem like a small step, but its impact is powerful. It's the simplest way to start fueling your body for optimal performance. Another key component of fueling your body is choosing the right breakfast. Many people either skip breakfast altogether or consume high-sugar processed foods that provide a quick energy spike followed by a crash. Your body and brain need sustained energy to function at their best, and that comes from nutrient-dense foods. A high-quality breakfast should include protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates. These nutrients provide long-lasting energy, stabilize blood sugar, and keep you feeling full and focused. Some great options include eggs with avocado and whole grain toast, oatmeal with nuts and berries, or a smoothie packed with greens, protein, and healthy fats. If you frequently experience mid-morning crashes or struggle with focus, take a closer look at what you're eating in the morning. Small dietary changes can lead to massive improvements in your energy levels and mental clarity. Beyond nutrition, movement is another essential way to fuel your body in the morning. Physical activity stimulates circulation, increases oxygen flow to the brain, and releases endorphins, which improve mood and reduce stress. You don't need to do an intense workout first thing in the morning, but some form of movement, whether it's stretching, yoga, a short walk, or light strength training, will make a significant difference in how you feel. If you struggle with feeling sluggish in the morning, getting your body moving can be a game changer. It wakes up your muscles, sharpens your focus, and provides a natural energy boost that lasts throughout the day. Even just 5 to 10 minutes of physical activity can have a profound impact on your productivity and motivation. Just as your body needs fuel, your mind needs nourishment too. The first things you consume mentally in the morning shape your thoughts, emotions, and perspective for the rest of the day. If you wake up and immediately check emails, scroll through social media, or read negative news, you're allowing external influences to control your mindset before you've even set your own intentions. Instead, choose to fuel your mind with positivity and purpose. Read something inspiring, listen to a motivational podcast, or take a few moments for mindfulness or gratitude. What you feed your mind in the morning determines the energy you carry throughout the day. So be intentional about choosing thoughts and information that uplift and empower you. One of the most effective ways to fuel your mind is through setting clear intentions for the day. Instead of diving into tasks mindlessly, take a few minutes to reflect on your goals. Ask yourself, what do I want to accomplish today? What kind of energy do I want to bring into my work, my relationships, and my personal growth? Setting these intentions ensures that you approach the day with focus and direction, rather than drifting through it without purpose. When your mind is clear on what matters, you're less likely to get distracted or overwhelmed by unimportant tasks. Another way to fuel your mind is by practicing deep breathing or meditation. Stress and anxiety often build up in the morning as people rush to start their day. But by taking just a few moments to slow down and breathe deeply, you can create a sense of calm and control. Meditation has been shown to improve focus, lower stress, and enhance overall well-being. Even if you don't have time for a long meditation session, simply taking 5 deep breaths before jumping into your morning routine can reset your nervous system and set a peaceful tone for the day. Finally, fueling your mind and body requires consistency. You can't expect to feel energized and focused if you only take care of yourself occasionally. These habits, hydration, proper nutrition, movement, positive mental input, and setting intentions, need to be part of your daily routine. Over time, they become second nature and the benefits compound, leading to improved health, productivity, and overall happiness. The key is not perfection, but commitment to progress. So tomorrow morning, before you let stress take over, before you fill your mind with distractions, and before you rush through your morning on autopilot, take a moment to ask yourself, how am I fueling my mind and body today? Make choices that set you up for success. When you start the day by giving yourself the right fuel, you don't just survive, you thrive. Number 6. Avoid negative inputs. The way you start your morning determines the momentum of your entire day. Yet most people unknowingly sabotage themselves before they even step out of bed. They wake up, check their phone, scroll through social media, read the latest bad news, or engage in conversations filled with complaints and negativity. What they don't realize is that by exposing their mind to negativity first thing in the morning, they are programming themselves for stress, distraction, and frustration. If you want to win the morning, you must protect your mind from negative inputs and instead create an environment that supports clarity, focus, and positive energy. Negative inputs come in many forms. The most common is news consumption. While staying informed is important, bombarding yourself with bad news as soon as you wake up is one of the fastest ways to drain your mental energy. News media thrives on sensationalism, and their goal is to capture your attention by feeding you stories that trigger fear, anger, and anxiety. When you start your day absorbing negative headlines, your brain enters fight or flight mode, increasing stress hormones like cortisol. This not only affects your mood, but also clouds your thinking, making it harder to stay focused and productive. Instead of checking the news first thing in the morning, delay it until later in the day when your mindset is already established. By doing this, you give yourself the chance to start your morning with peace rather than panic. Another major source of negativity is social media. Many people wake up and immediately grab their phones, scrolling through posts, comments, and messages that are often filled with comparison, drama, and unrealistic expectations. Without realizing it, they begin their day feeling inadequate, distracted, or frustrated over things that don't even matter. Social media is designed to hijack your attention, and if you allow it to be the first thing you consume in the morning, you are giving your energy away before you even get started. Instead of reaching for your phone, replace social media with something uplifting. Read a book, listen to motivational content, or spend a few moments in reflection. The first inputs you allow into your mind set the foundation for your entire day, so be intentional about what you consume. Beyond digital distractions, the people you interact with can also shape your morning mindset. If the first conversations of your day are filled with complaints, gossip, or arguments, your energy will be affected. Negative people drain mental clarity and replace it with stress and frustration. While you may not always have control over the people around you, you do have control over how you respond and how much exposure you allow. If possible, protect your mornings by limiting interactions with people who bring negativity. Instead, surround yourself with uplifting voices. whether that's listening to a powerful speaker, reading something inspiring, or engaging in self-reflection. The goal is to start your morning with input that empower you, not drain you. Negative inputs don't just come from external sources. They also come from within your own mind. Many people wake up and immediately start replaying past failures, worrying about the future, or criticizing themselves. This internal negativity is just as harmful as external distractions. If you wake up and your first thoughts are filled with self-doubt or stress, those thoughts will dictate your actions and emotions throughout the day. The way to break this cycle is by consciously replacing negative self-talk with empowering beliefs. Instead of waking up thinking, "I don't feel like getting up," or "Today is going to be stressful," shift your mindset with positive affirmations like, "I am in control of my day," "I am capable and strong," or "Today is a new opportunity to grow and succeed." Words are powerful, and the way you speak to yourself in the morning will influence the way you carry yourself for the rest of the day. Another important aspect of avoiding negative inputs is controlling your environment. Your surroundings can either enhance your mental state or disrupt it. If your space is cluttered, noisy, or chaotic, it can create a sense of stress and disorder. Take a few moments each morning to tidy up your space, light a candle, or play soft music. Create an environment that promotes peace and clarity. Your external space has a direct impact on your internal state, so make sure it supports your goals rather than hinders them. The key to avoiding negative inputs is not about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing what deserves your attention and energy. There will always be negativity in the world, but you have the power to decide how much of it you let in. By being mindful of what you consume, who you interact with, and how you speak to yourself, you can create a morning that fuels confidence, focus, and productivity. So tomorrow morning, before you let the world dictate your mindset, take control. Don't check your phone first thing. Don't let negative news or social media steal your focus. Don't engage in conversations that drain you. Instead, start your day with positivity, intention, and clarity. When you master your morning inputs, you master your mind. And when you master your mind, you master your life. Number 7. Develop mental clarity. A cluttered mind leads to a cluttered day. When your thoughts are scattered, when you feel overwhelmed by too many tasks, distractions, or worries, your ability to focus and make effective decisions suffers. Mental clarity is one of the most powerful tools you can develop. Yet most people start their mornings in reaction mode, letting emails, notifications, and stress dictate their mindset before they've even set their own intentions. If you want to win the day, you must take control of your mind first. Without mental clarity, you are like a ship sailing without direction, easily swayed by every wave of distraction or negativity. But when you cultivate a clear, focused mind, you move through your day with confidence, making decisions with purpose rather than reacting impulsively. The first step to developing mental clarity in the morning is giving yourself space to think. Most people wake up and immediately flood their minds with distractions, checking their phones, answering messages, or diving into work before they've had a moment to center themselves. This creates a chaotic start to the day, where external inputs shape their thoughts instead of intentional self-reflection. Instead of letting the world invade your mind first thing in the morning, take a few minutes of quiet. Sit in stillness, focus on your breathing, and allow yourself to wake up with awareness rather than stress. Even just 5 minutes of silence can help clear mental fog and set the tone for a more focused day. Another essential practice for mental clarity is journaling. Writing down your thoughts helps you organize them, giving your mind structure, rather than allowing thoughts to spiral into confusion. You don't need to write a novel, just a few sentences on what's on your mind, what you want to focus on, or what's important for the day ahead. Many successful people use journaling as a tool to unload mental clutter, gain perspective, and set their intentions. It allows you to take control of your thoughts rather than letting them control you. If you feel overwhelmed, writing can be a powerful way to release stress and regain focus. Prioritization is another key aspect of mental clarity. One of the biggest reasons people feel mentally exhausted is because they try to focus on everything at once, leading to decision fatigue and inefficiency. Instead of letting your mind race through 100 different tasks, take a few moments in the morning to identify your top priorities. Ask yourself, what are the 3 most important things I need to accomplish today? By narrowing your focus, you reduce overwhelm and direct your energy toward what truly matters. A to-do list is helpful, but a clear, focused priority list is even more effective. When you start your day knowing what needs to be done first, you eliminate hesitation and increase productivity. Limiting distractions is another crucial step in cultivating mental clarity. Our modern world is filled with notifications, endless scrolling, and information overload. If you allow distractions to take over your morning, you'll spend the rest of your day in a constant state of interruption, unable to fully focus on any one task. To counter this, create a distraction-free zone in the morning. Avoid unnecessary screen time, turn off notifications, and be intentional about what you let into your mind. Protect your mental space as fiercely as you would protect your physical space. When you start your day with focus, you train your mind to stay disciplined and clear throughout the day. Another powerful way to develop mental clarity is through movement. Physical activity isn't just beneficial for your body, it has a direct impact on your brain. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain, reduces stress hormones, and sharpens cognitive function. Even something as simple as stretching, yoga, or a short walk in the morning can clear mental fog and enhance focus. Many high achievers swear by movement in the morning because it activates the brain and prepares them to think clearly and work effectively. If you feel sluggish or mentally scattered, move your body to reset your mind. Letting go of unnecessary mental clutter is equally important. Many people wake up carrying yesterday's stress, mistakes, or failures into today, which only weighs them down. To develop mental clarity, practice letting go of what you can't control. If you made a mistake yesterday, learn from it and move forward instead of dwelling on it. If you're stressed about something beyond your power, shift your focus to what you can control. Holding on to negativity from the past clouds your present and makes it harder to focus on what truly matters. The ability to mentally reset each morning is one of the most valuable skills you can develop. Another overlooked but effective way to sharpen your mental clarity is fueling your brain with the right nutrients. Your diet directly affects cognitive function. If you start your day with processed, sugar-filled foods, you're likely to experience mental crashes and sluggish thinking. Instead, choose brain-boosting foods such as healthy fat, protein, and complex carbohydrates to sustain your energy and mental sharpness. And don't forget hydration. Dehydration leads to fatigue and brain fog. So start your morning with water instead of relying on caffeine alone. Lastly, developing mental clarity requires consistency. You won't wake up with a perfectly focused mind every day, but the more you practice these habits, the easier it becomes. Mental clarity is a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. Some days your thoughts will feel chaotic and distractions will creep in, but the key is to keep returning to your center. Start small, give yourself quiet time, write down your priorities, eliminate distractions, move your body and nourish your mind. Over time, these simple habits will create a lasting sense of clarity and control in your life. So tomorrow morning, before you let your mind get lost in chaos, pause, breathe, organize your thoughts, set your focus, because a clear mind leads to better decisions, stronger confidence, and a day filled with purpose. And when you start each morning with clarity, you don't just win the day, you win your life. Number 8. Boost your energy through movement. Energy is the fuel that drives your day. Without it, even the simplest tasks feel exhausting, and your ability to focus, think clearly, and stay motivated diminishes. Too often, people rely on external stimulants like caffeine and sugar to keep them going, only to experience energy crashes later in the day. But there's a far more powerful and sustainable way to increase your energy levels in the morning movement. Moving your body first thing in the morning isn't just about physical fitness. It's about activating your mind, boosting your mood, and setting yourself up for a productive and energetic day. Whether you prefer stretching, walking, yoga, or a full workout, incorporating movement into your morning routine is a game changer for both your physical and mental performance. One of the biggest misconceptions about morning exercise is that it has to be intense to be effective. This isn't true. You don't need to spend an hour lifting weights or running miles to experience the benefits of movement. Even a 5 to 10 minute routine can be enough to wake up your body and elevate your energy levels. The key is consistency, making movement a habit so that your body naturally craves it in the morning. When you start your day with movement, you're not just shaking off grogginess, you're priming your brain for alertness and productivity. Studies show that even light physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, improving memory, cognitive function, and overall mental clarity. One of the simplest and most effective forms of morning movement is stretching. Overnight, your body stiffens from hours of inactivity, which can lead to tight muscles and sluggishness in the morning. A few minutes of gentle stretching helps release tension, improves circulation, and enhances flexibility. It also signals to your nervous system that it's time to wake up. Stretching can be done anywhere, requires no equipment, and offers immediate benefits. Focus on movements that open up the body. Stretching your back, shoulders, legs, and neck can help improve posture, reduce aches, and increase mobility throughout the day. For those who want to increase their heart rate, a quick session of dynamic movement like jumping jacks, push-ups, bodyweight squats, or high knees can instantly elevate energy levels. These exercises take just a few minutes, but trigger the release of endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemicals that improve mood, reduce stress, and combat fatigue. If you often wake up feeling sluggish or unmotivated, a short burst of movement can completely shift your mindset. Instead of relying on coffee to jumpstart your day, let your own body's energy system do the work. Walking is another underrated but powerful morning movement practice. A short walk, whether indoors, outdoors, or even just around your home, has been shown to enhance creativity, reduce stress, and improve overall well-being. Walking in nature is particularly beneficial because exposure to fresh air and natural sunlight helps regulate your circadian rhythm, making it easier to wake up in the morning and sleep better at night. If possible, step outside for a 5-10 minute walk in the morning, even if it's just around your neighborhood. The combination of movement, fresh air, and natural light provides a mental reset that prepares you for the day ahead. For those who prefer a more mindful approach, yoga and breathwork are excellent ways to combine movement with mental clarity. Yoga is not only beneficial for flexibility and strength, but it also promotes calmness and focus, making it a perfect addition to a morning routine. Pairing yoga with deep breathing exercises can help lower cortisol, the stress hormone, and bring balance to your mind and body. Even a short practice of 5 sun salutations or a few minutes of deep, intentional breathing can work wonders for your energy and stress levels. If you enjoy a more structured approach to morning exercise, a quick workout routine can be a powerful way to build strength and endurance while boosting energy. This doesn't mean you need a long, intense workout. Just 10-15 minutes of bodyweight exercises, resistance training, or a short HIIT high-intensity interval training session can be highly effective. Morning workouts enhance discipline, mental toughness, and overall vitality, setting the tone for a day of action and productivity. The key is to choose an activity that feels enjoyable and sustainable so that it becomes a habit rather than a chore. Beyond the physical benefits, morning movement strengthens mental resilience. It teaches you to push past initial resistance and take action, even when you don't feel like it. This habit of self-discipline and consistency carries over into other areas of life, making it easier to stay committed to your goals. When you start your morning with movement, you send a signal to yourself that you are in control of your body, your energy, and your mindset. Lastly, movement isn't just about the morning. It influences your entire day. People who move in the morning tend to make healthier choices throughout the day, from better nutrition to improved posture and more sustained energy levels. They are also more likely to experience greater focus, reduce stress, and enhance productivity. It's not just about moving your body, it's about shifting your state, creating momentum, and setting yourself up for success. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for your phone, before you let stress take over, make movement your first priority. Whether it's stretching, walking, yoga, or a short workout, commit to moving your body every morning. Start small, stay consistent, and watch how your energy, focus, and motivation transform. Because when you move your body, you move your life forward. Number 9. Act with energy and enthusiasm. Energy and enthusiasm aren't just feelings, they are choices. Every single day you have the power to decide how you show up. Whether you drag yourself through the morning feeling tired, unmotivated, and uninspired, or whether you wake up with energy, excitement, and a winning mindset. The truth is, success is not just about what you do, but about how you do it. If you want to take control of your life and achieve great things, you must bring enthusiasm to everything you do, whether it's your work, your relationships, or your personal growth. Acting with energy and passion transforms the way you experience life. When you start your morning with enthusiasm, you create momentum that carries you through the entire day. Too often, people go through their routines in a robotic, lifeless state, waking up reluctantly, dragging themselves to work, doing the bare minimum, and counting down the hours until the day is over. They move through life as if they are simply existing rather than truly living. But successful people don't just go through the motions. They approach everything with energy, purpose, and a strong sense of enthusiasm. They understand that the way they do small things is the way they do everything. If you bring passion to the little things, waking up with excitement, smiling more, speaking with confidence, you will start to bring that same energy to the bigger things in life. But how do you generate energy when you don't feel like it? How do you stay enthusiastic when life feels overwhelming? The key is to train yourself to act with energy regardless of how you feel. You don't wait for motivation to strike. You create it by taking action. Movement creates momentum. If you wake up feeling tired or uninspired, the worst thing you can do is stay in that state. Instead, change your physiology. Stand up tall, take deep breaths, stretch your body, and move with purpose. When you change your physical state, your mental state follows. Try this. The next time you feel low energy, clap your hands together, take a deep breath, and say out loud, "Let's go." It might feel silly at first, but your body and mind respond to movement and sound. You are signaling to yourself that it's time to step up. Another powerful way to cultivate enthusiasm is to speak and think with energy. The words you use shape your emotions and mindset. If you constantly tell yourself, "I'm so tired, I hate mornings. I don't feel like doing this," your brain will believe you, and your body will respond accordingly. But if you say, "I feel great, I'm excited about today, I have so much opportunity ahead," your energy shifts. The way you talk to yourself in the morning sets the tone for your entire day. Choose empowering words. Speak life into your day. A crucial part of acting with energy and enthusiasm is finding purpose in everything you do. Even the smallest tasks can feel exciting if you attach meaning to them. If you view your work as boring and meaningless, you will approach it with low energy. But if you see it as a stepping stone to your goals, a way to develop discipline, or an opportunity to help others, your enthusiasm increases. The same applies to exercise, relationships, and personal growth. Passion doesn't come from what you do. It comes from how you choose to see it. Surrounding yourself with positive energy is also essential. Enthusiasm is contagious. So is negativity. If you spend your time around people who constantly complain, lack ambition, or drain your energy, their attitude will affect you. Instead, make a conscious effort to be around people who inspire and uplift you. Listen to motivational speakers, read books that ignite your passion, and engage in conversations that excite you. If you don't have access to positive influences in person, seek them out online. The energy you expose yourself to directly impacts the energy you bring to your own life. One of the most powerful habits to develop enthusiasm is starting your day with excitement. When you wake up, instead of dragging yourself out of bed, jump up with purpose. Before even getting out of bed, think of one thing you're excited about. It could be a goal, a project, or even just the opportunity to learn something new. When you start your day by focusing on something exciting, your brain releases dopamine, the motivation chemical, which makes you more eager to take action. Finally, remember that enthusiasm isn't about being happy all the time or ignoring challenges. It's about choosing to approach life with energy, regardless of circumstances. You won't always feel motivated, but you can always choose to act motivated. Enthusiasm isn't something you wait for, it's something you create. It's about deciding every morning that you will bring energy to your life, your work, and your relationships. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. Until one day enthusiasm becomes your default state. So tomorrow morning when your alarm goes off, don't just wake up, rise with energy. Don't just go through the motions. Attack the day with passion. Walk with confidence, speak with excitement, and approach every task as an opportunity to grow. Because when you choose to act with energy and enthusiasm, you don't just change your morning, you change your entire life. Number 10. End your morning strong. Starting your morning with energy and intention is important. But how you end your morning is just as crucial. Too many people begin their day with good intentions but allow distractions, stress, or laziness to creep in before they've even stepped fully into their day. They wake up, do a few positive things, but by mid-morning, they're already overwhelmed, scattered, or exhausted. To win the day, you must not only start strong, but finish your morning strong, transitioning from your morning routine into the rest of your day with clarity, focus, and momentum. The key to ending your morning strong is taking a few moments to reflect on what you've accomplished so far. If you've woken up on time, moved your body, fueled yourself properly, set clear goals, and started the day with a positive mindset, that's already a victory. But most people don't stop to recognize their wins. Instead, they get caught up in what they still have to do, worrying about the long list of tasks ahead. By taking just 1 or 2 minutes to acknowledge what you've already achieved in the morning, you reinforce the habit of success. You send a message to yourself: I am making progress, and I am in control of my day. This small act of recognition builds confidence and keeps your energy high as you move forward. Another essential part of ending your morning strong is mentally preparing for the challenges ahead. No matter how well you start your day, there will always be unexpected obstacles. Emails that need attention, last-minute tasks, conversations that test your patience, or projects that require deep focus. Instead of letting these things catch you off guard, take a moment to anticipate them. Ask yourself what potential distractions or challenges could come up today. How will I handle them? When you mentally prepare for difficulties before they arise, you don't react emotionally. You respond with clarity and control. One of the most powerful ways to close out your morning is to review your top priorities. Even if you set your goals earlier in the morning, checking back in with them before diving into work keeps you focused. Too often, people start their day with good intentions but get pulled into distractions, answering emails, responding to messages, or handling small urgent tasks instead of the things that truly matter. Before you move into the next phase of your day, take a deep and remind yourself of your top 3 priorities. These are the things that will move you forward, create progress, and bring results. By locking in on them once more, you ensure that you stay on track and don't get lost in the noise of the day. Another way to finish your morning strong is by reaffirming your mindset. Your morning might have started well, but as the day unfolds, it's easy to let stress, negativity, or fatigue creep in. Before stepping fully into your responsibilities, take one last moment to anchor yourself. Say an affirmation, visualize success, or simply remind yourself that you are in control. Something as simple as saying, I am focused, I am productive, I am in charge of my day can reinforce a winning mindset that carries you through the rest of the day. Just as movement is crucial for waking up the body in the morning, a final energy reset before moving into work or responsibilities can help you stay sharp. Take one last stretch, one deep breath, or a quick walk before fully diving into your tasks. This refreshes your energy, clears your mind, and sets you up for peak performance. Even just standing tall, rolling your shoulders back, and taking a power stance can shift your energy and confidence. Many people lose momentum mid-morning because they allow small distractions to snowball into bigger ones. A quick check of social media turns into 20 minutes wasted. A small task turns into hours of procrastination. Don't let your morning efforts go to waste by slipping into distraction. Be intentional about staying engaged, alert, and committed to what matters most. One strategy is to set a morning completion rule, a personal commitment that you won't check your phone, social media, or unnecessary emails until you've finished your first major task of the day. This keeps your focus locked in and prevents outside influences from taking over your mindset. Finally, ending your morning strong means stepping into the rest of your day with confidence and momentum. Instead of moving from your morning routine into your tasks passively, step into them with energy. Move with purpose. Walk into your work, projects, or responsibilities knowing that you have set yourself up for success. Confidence comes from following through on your own commitments. And when you consistently start and end your morning strong, you build trust in yourself. The most successful people don't just let their mornings happen to them, they design them, dominate them, and use them as a launch pad for success. When you finish your morning strong, you transition into the next part of your day with clarity, power, and control. You no longer feel scattered, uncertain, or behind. You are fully present, fully prepared, and fully committed to winning the day. So tomorrow morning, don't just start strong, finish strong. Recognize your wins, reaffirm your focus, protect your energy, and step forward with confidence. Because when you close out your morning with strength, you don't just set yourself up for a good day, you set yourself up for a great life. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. Your morning is more than just a routine. It's the foundation of your entire life. How you wake up, how you think, how you move, and how you set your focus determines not just how your day unfolds, but the long-term trajectory of your success. If you've ever felt like your days slip away without control, like you're always reacting instead of leading, or like your dreams and goals are stuck on hold, the answer isn't found in some drastic life overhaul. It starts in the first hour of your day. Winning the morning isn't about waking up at an impossible hour or cramming your schedule with dozens of tasks. It's about mastering the small habits that create unstoppable momentum. It's about waking up with gratitude, choosing a positive mindset, and approaching each morning with purpose instead of autopilot. It's about fueling your body and mind, avoiding negativity, and protecting your focus. It's about moving with energy, acting with enthusiasm, and making sure that by the time the morning ends, you're already ahead, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Every successful person has one thing in common. They don't leave their mornings to chance. They design them with intention. They understand that success isn't built in one grand moment. It's built in the daily choices that stack up over time. The good news is, this power is in your hands. You don't have to wait for motivation to strike or for the perfect opportunity to show up. You create your own motivation by taking action, and you create your own opportunities by preparing yourself every single morning. The question now is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you go back to old habits, hitting snooze, scrolling through distractions, letting the world dictate your energy, or will you take control, wake up with purpose, and build the kind of life that excites you? The truth is, you don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Start small. Start with one habit, whether it's waking up 5 minutes earlier, practicing gratitude, moving your body, or setting clear intentions. Success isn't about doing everything at once. It's about doing the right things consistently. The more you commit to small changes, the more you will see transformation. Before you know it, your days will feel different. Your energy will increase, your focus will sharpen, and life will start shifting in ways you never imagined. So make a decision today, a decision to take control of your mornings, to stop wasting time on things that don't serve you, to wake up every day with a winning mindset, to build habits that move you forward. Because when you win the morning, you win the day. And when you win enough days, you win your life. Tomorrow morning, when your alarm goes off, remember this moment. You have a choice. Will you hit snooze on your dreams, or will you rise? Step into your power and own the day. The choice is yours. Make it count.